Back again with another test of the North American Arms mini-revolver 22 Magnum. This is a Black Widow. So this is larger than some of their other pistols. This is really a shooter's pistol. If you wanted a micro revolver, I mean, it's got real sights and it has a laser on it. It has the Venom laser. It's got a nice big thick grip that makes it a lot bigger than the little micro revolvers that they make, but still it's a very small pistol. And regardless of how small the pistol is, the attacker who's attacking you, he doesn't change size. You know, he doesn't, his vital organs don't move closer in his body. He doesn't say, oh, look, he's using a little baby pistol, so my bones can now become softer. I'm not that worried about that bullet. That doesn't happen. You still got to hit that attacker every bit as hard, whether you're using a full-size 45 or a little micro pistol. The amount and type of damage still has to be there if you're going to stop that person from attacking you. So we're going to evaluate this and see what kind of damage potential it can do from gold dots. Now these are gold dot short barrel bullets. These are 22 Magnums designed for small little pistols like this. So we're going to give this thing a fair evaluation. In fact, we're going to hold it to some pretty high standards. We're going to hold it to the same standards that the FBI would, or actually the International Wound Ballistic Association, as far as personal defense ammo goes. Not worried about law enforcement only aspects like, going through windshields or plywood or drywall. Not worried about that, but we're talking about through bare gelatin, which this is actual genuine 10% FBI specification professional ballistic gelatin, prepared properly, stored properly, calibrated properly, done the way the FBI does it. And we're using the denim here, which is IWBA specification 4 layers of heavy denim. This is a worst case scenario. This is not meant to be a realistic clothing scenario, because how can you realistically guess what your attacker is going to be wearing? I mean, are you going to change ammo based on, oh, the weather report looks like it's going to be sunny today, so I guess I can use this weaker ammo? Who does that? Nobody would do that. So I want ammo that's going to perform in the best case and the worst case, and that's why we're doing the bare test and the denim cover test. So let's get to the range and put this little micro pistol to the test and see what it's really capable of doing. Penetration through the bare gel is astonishingly good. I mean, I was not expecting this. Look, the shortest bullet came in at 13 inches. Then we had one at 13 and a half, one at 14 3/4, one at 15, and the furthest bullet, I actually had to employ some bounce back compensation to put it at its proper spot, but it ended at 15 1/4 inches. So 13 to over 15 inches from a 22. That's outstanding. The gold dots through the denim did really rather well. None of them were shorter than 12 inches. The shortest bullet came in right on 12 inches. Second bullet came in at 12 3/4. Third one, a little bit of a problem. It did overpenetrate our maximum. It went to 19 inches. Now, that said, it's not that much overpenetration, just an inch over the max. And that's way better than if it had been an inch or two short of our minimum. Overpenetration is not good, but it's better and more desirable than underpenetration, because, as Fackler said, overpenetration may get you sued, but underpenetration can get you killed. So I'm not totally thrilled with these results, but I do think they're pretty good. The recovered gold dots are adorable. Okay, that's not the word that you'd want to normally associate with a bullet, but look at these little things. They did their job. The bare gel bullets are kind of perfect. I mean, they're almost completely consistent. They all expanded fully. You can even see the little gold dot in the center of a couple of them. So very, very good in the bare gel. In the denim, not so good. That denim is a tough test for bullets, and these little things, I've had trouble with the 380s, and we're having trouble with the 22 Magnums, getting these little bullets to properly perform through denim. So we got one that totally failed to expand entirely, and that one actually overpenetrated too. That went to 19 inches, so that's not great. The others, they partially expanded, and I'll take it. That brought their penetration down into our acceptable range. All of these were excellent penetrators. These penetrated very good, and No, they're not consistent, but that's still going to hurt. Shoving this through the flesh is going to tear up a lot more flesh than shoving this through it would. So overall, pretty impressed. I think they really did rather well. I do want to caution you though, if you want to use gold dots, 22 Magnum, we're talking about a little micro pistol, and the fact that we got great penetration here is good. This penetrates deep enough that if you can put the shot on target and hit, don't want to be gruesome, but we got to discuss it. If you can hit the central nervous system or, the spine, the brain stem, or the heart, these can bring a person down. If you're being attacked by somebody, you need to bring that fight to a stop. They could do it. I just want to put you in perspective. This is a gold dot from a 9mm. So 22 Magnum has got the potential to penetrate, but you can still do tremendously more damage with even the smallest of the service calibers. This is the smallest gold dot they make in 9mm. It's a 115 grain. They look very similar. It's like a mini bullet, but it's not on par with the same amount of destructive power. So you can get the job done, but you still have to keep in mind this was a micro pistol shooting micro bullets. They don't do a tremendous amount of damage, but they do enough that if you put them on target where they need to go, they could stop an attacker. Okay, final wrap up on the gold dots. These are a winner. If you're using this little micro pistol, these are a winner. They weren't perfect, but every bullet went over 12 inches, and that's outstanding. I wasn't expecting every bullet to go over 12 inches. I was expecting maybe 10, and 10's good. But maybe 10, but the FBI really demands a minimum of 12 if you want to be able to hit the vital organs from every possible angle and through an arm if necessary, and these did it every time. Now, it wasn't perfect. We did have one round that didn't expand, and it over-penetrated a little, but given the context, and what's the alternative? You can use full metal jackets. I think these did outstanding. Does not turn this little tiny revolver into a 45 ACP death ray of ultimate destruction. It's still a very, very little bullet. So you still have to be extra careful with your shot placement, and you're still going to be better served if you use this as a backup pistol and you have, a larger caliber conventional pistol. If you have to engage somebody defensively, you want to have every advantage on your side you can possibly get. So I use these as backup pistols. I think it's kind of fantastic, and I'm really impressed with how well the gold dots did. They're not perfect. If we were testing 9mm and I got these results, I would not be happy. But from a 22 Magnum, a little 2-inch barrel, not too bad. Well done, gold dots. And hey, nice job, North American Arms. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I've got more tests coming up, all sorts of different calibers. I'm neck deep in the 9mm ammo quest if you're using a 9mm pistol, but there's lots and lots and lots more tests coming up. So hit subscribe so you'll be notified when new tests are posted.